Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a full glam, full face tutorial walkthrough with products that are drugstore priced. If you ever have any questions about the products, they'll be listed in the description box. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to like, share, as well as thumbs up my video. And have a great day. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm starting off with a clean face. I've already washed, moisturized, as well as I did a face mask to make sure that my skin was as in tip-top shape as I can get it. The first thing that I'm going to do to my by NYX. This is my favorite primer as far as the best drugstore and gives me the best high-end look that I can get. So what I'm going to do is squeeze it out and I'm going to put it all over my face. And this is one of the ones that's a little bit drier compared to many of the other ones that I use. And I'm making sure that I rub it in all of my hot oily places on my face, which is my forehead, my cheeks, as well as my chin area. So I'm rubbing it in, as well as I'm going to do my chin. So this not only keeps oil off of my face, as well as it helps with priming my skin and making my pores smaller. So I'm gonna do that. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set my primer. Now with most people, they set their primer with translucent powder. What I'm going to do, which is a little step extra, I'm going to first color correct and then I'm gonna set it in primer. So my color is going to be with Pro Conceal by LA Girl. I really like the orange that it works out for me, and the only time I bring this out is if I have any type of special occasions that I want to make sure that all of my dark spots are covered up. I do not do this for a regular day. So first I will hit up my forehead because I have a couple of spots there, and then I would do under my eyes because there's hyperpigmentation there. And what this does is even out the skin tone. And if you are of lighter skin, you would use a peach. And if you're even lighter, depending on what your issue is, you can use a purple, as well as green, as well as yellow. So there's multiple different ones depending on what your skin tone is. My skin tone, since it's dark skin, I use orange. So I'm finishing that. And I'm hitting all the spots that have any type of very, very dark coloring. I'm continuing to finish up my face, hitting all the dark spots, and I'm using a red Morphe blender to blend it out and make sure that it's not cakey on my face, so when I put my foundation on, it's smooth. And I get any spots that I see that start to peek through as well. You can take any setting powder or translucent powder that you have to set your color correcting as well as your primer. So with my eyes, the first thing that I'm going to do is going to be my eyebrows. Because this is a special event, I'm going to, you can do your regular micro pencil, or you can do a pomade, which is perfectly fine, and that's what I'm going to use today. The one that I'm going to use is by NYX, and with this one, it is waterproof, as well as it stays in place a little bit better than the pencil. Now I use the pencil to outline, and then I'm gonna come through and add with my the pomade itself. So I'm going to use my pencil to do my outline of my eyes. And the pencil is, and using a micro pencil, it does not matter which kind you have. The current one that I have is the Ulta one. And you'll outline your eyebrows. My eyebrows have already been arched. And all I'm doing right now is just going around the edges of them. With using the pencil, make sure that you're taking your time to go with the arch that you have on your face. I did not create an extra arch or overline them. I just went with the arch that I already have that's given by my eyebrows. And so all I'm doing is just going on the outside. I'm not filling them in yet. I'm going to fill them in with the pomade after I get finished using it. Now the brush that I have is what I'm going to do to first clean up my brows, and now I'm using the pomade to fill it in, and it will give it more shape, definition, as well as darker color. And with both of your brows, make sure that you're taking your time and going with the brow that you have. You're going to just go with the brow that you drew on already using your pencil, and I'm using the spoolie end to be able to clean it up, as well as I'm using the other end to be able to fill in and make sure that it's more precise and as precise as I want it. To give my eyebrows even more definition, I'm using LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm arching out the actual eyebrow using the concealer and angled brush. With this, I'm just going up under the arch that I already did using the pencil as well as the pomade, and I'm doing that up under both of them. What this does is it helps with if your eyebrows have extra hair that's already grown, or if you want a really bold highlight. Now, you have to blend it out using either a blender or you can use your finger, but because if you don't blend it out well, you can have a halo effect, and you do not want the halo effect at all. So once you put it on, it may look a little hard as far as the color because it's 2 to 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. But now as I'm blending it out with the blender, you'll notice that it'll blend into my skin. I have a couple eyeshadow primers that I use. One from Urban Decay, which is the go-to, and you can get the travel size of it. The travel size is around 12 bucks, which is a very good deal. You can also use Ulta's, and Ulta's is a very good price. And then if you're very conscious of price, you can use Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is a very good one as well. Today we're going to use the Ulta one. The Ulta one gives me a really good white base to it, and the reason why I like the white base is going to help with making my colors pop for today. So I'm going to take it, put it on. I really love putting on this eyeshadow primer because it really helps make all of my eyeshadows pop more than what they already will. And the reason why I have issues with certain shadows popping is because of my skin tone. The darker your skin tone is, the more eyeshadows may not show up as well. So we put on eye primer, and it helps with your shadows not creasing, as well as oil. And also the biggest benefit for me is that my eyeshadow colors, they pop. They show up more than they typically would if I was to put it on with a clear primer, which they do have clear primers that dry clear. So I'm blending it all the way up into my crease, so when I start doing my eyeshadows, I'm able to have a seamless connection eyeshadow as well as the concealer that I have on my eyelid. And it came with a set of 3. Now the first color that I'm going to use is going to be out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and when I open it up, it's going to be this second row, the mustard yellow color. That's the first color that I'm going to do. Now with this color, it's going to go on and it's going to almost blend into my skin. It is not going to be as mustard yellow as you see. So I'm going to go at the corners, and then I'm going to just go in circles and then keep on blending around. I start blending, and I'm continuously blending on, and I'm going to evenly do both sides of my eyes. I do one and then I'm going to flip and do the other, and you're blending in circles and you're trying to just make sure everything is blended evenly. I'm going to go into the little bit darker, which is the beige color right next to it, and I'm going to do that with a more tapered head brush, and it's going to go into the actual crevice area. It's going to be a tiny bit darker. When I started with the mustard yellow, I did that above my crease, and now I'm going actually into the crease with this darker tan neutral color. And so I continue to blend with a much smaller with a smaller brush to make sure that I could get into that. I'm going to be using the Ultimates palettes from NYX. And I'm going to be using that bottom green color. This is the color that I'm going to start off with. I'm now going to go to a very fluffy Real Techniques brush. And I'm going to continue, and I'm going to swirl it in. And this is going to be above my crease area. So I'm going to start bringing it, and then I'm going to swirl it in. And again, this is the most important time that you need to blend like your life depended on it. So you're going to blend this because this color is the color that people will be able to see the hardest because it's the first big bold color you have. So you may have to go in the pan a couple of times and just continue to blend it out, and you blend it up into your brow bone. You're not going to get to all the way to the top of the brow bone, but you're going to continue to blend and blend both of them to make sure that they're even. The next thing that you're going to do is go in back to the Jaclyn Hill palette. There's it looks like an aqua green, but actually it's more of an emerald green. We're now going to add that into part of the crease and give it some more depth in the inside. So I'm going to use the same fluffy brush that I just had, tapered end fluffy brush. And now this color is going to go into the crease, and you're going to bring it all the way over. Do not have it go all the way over your lid. You need to leave around 2/3 of your lid free because you're going to have another color that's going to go over there. So you're going to do the outer edge, which is the third, and then do the whole
top part of the lid, but do not cover 2/3 of the actual lid itself. So you're going into the crease, but you're not going all the way down over the lid. You need to leave 2/3 of it open because you'll have another color, and that will be your crease color that you'll be putting, your cut crease color that you'll be putting in there.
We're now going to go into our darker color. Our darker color is going to be this dark green that we have that's at the bottom. And this is actually a very, very dark olive green. I really like this color, but be very light with your hand. I'm going to go to a new brush. This is my Eco Tools brush, double-ended. I'm going to go with the defining one. And this is it's called the blender one, but for me, I use it as defining. So I'm going to go with it's the tapered fluffy edge. I'm going to put a little bit on my brush, and then I'm going to go to my corner and make it a little dark, but I'm going to stay right in that corner area. And I'm going to eventually bring it across in the crease.
Be very careful while you're working with this color because it's very easy for you to put too much product on and then you can't take it off. So start with a light hand and then go darker with your color. You want to start with the edge, and then you want to work towards about the middle of your eye, and do not go past half the middle of it. So you're going to do that to both eyes, and then you're going to start at the edge corner and then work your way in. Notice how it's giving you a more of a gradually darker effect instead of it being a giant smack of color in the side of your face.
Use our ColourPop, and the ColourPop color that we're using is going to be Telepathy. Telepathy is this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful golden green color, and it has green tint to it. The smudge end of my Eco Tools brush, and I'm going to go into Telepathy, and that's how I'm going to set up my crease cut. My crease cut is going to go all the way until the end of it's going to be about 2/3 of my lid. So at 2/3 of my lid is where it's going to stop at. So I'm going to go into it, and then I'm going to go across. I am not putting any other foundation, primer or anything else up under, because Telepathy is a very, very bright color. It's from their Super Shock shadows, so it gives an extremely bright amount of color.
Once you finish adding using your cut crease with your brush, you want to then go in using your finger and just continuously adding in more product. This product will not crease. It will not get too dry. It will also not get cakey. As you can see, you're getting a really big bright amount of color. So you want to first do your cut crease using your brush, and then you want to add in using your finger, because your finger is the easiest way to be able to add product.
Now what we want to do is go through with our tip that we use for our very, very dark color from the Jaclyn Hill palette, that olive color, and we're now going to blend the two so it's not such a deep difference.
And while you're blending these two colors, you're just going really quick, short strokes between the two colors to make sure that they seamlessly blend to each other, so it's not a giant, just a line. You want to see them one fade into the other. Now at this point, I'm doing my eyeliner. Your eyeliner, you can have it winged, you can do whatever you feel if you're comfortable with that. I'm currently just doing a regular eyeliner, and I'm using NYX liquid eyeliner, and I really, really do love their eyeliner along with many of their other products. But your eyeliner, just make sure that it's thin, it's not too thick, because you don't want it to take away from your really, really gorgeous eyeshadow that you have. I'm following up my eyeliner with Essence Princess Lash. I really love this for Drugstore mascara, and it goes on great. It gives you lots of length as well as it gives you volume. Take your time with putting this on, because you do not want to mess up your already beautiful and well done eyeshadow.
So with my face, first thing that I'm going to do is do my foundation. I've already color corrected, and I've already made sure that all my imperfections were taken care of. With my foundation, I want it to be a really, really heavy duty foundation. The one that I've been going to for a while has been Maybelline Fit, but since this is going to be a special occasion, I want it to be a little bit heavy duty, but remember, we're doing Drugstore. So we have two that we're able to choose from, Maybelline Fit as well as the L'Oreal Pro Matte. The Pro Matte itself is a very extremely good foundation. The problem is that the color of it does not work out really well for most skin tones. Now, what I'm going to do is take it and mix it with one of the ones that can be a little bit brought up for my skin tone. I have a more warmer skin tone compared to it being neutral. I have a neutral Maybelline Fit Me, which is Latte, and this is $3.58. I'm going to mix it with my Pro Matte so it gives it a more matte look, as well as the color of it looks better on my skin.
So what I'm doing is using the mixed foundation, and I'm now putting it all over my face using my fingers. I make sure that I mix it really well on the top of my hand, and I'm just blotting all over my face to make sure that I have an evened out foundation all over. I'm now going to use an e.l.f. brush, which is the fluffy blending brush that you can get from anywhere that they sell e.l.f. products at, and I'm blending out my forehead, and I'm going down my nose, I'm blending my cheeks, and I'm blending everything into the hairline so I can make sure that it's blended evenly. And even though you have a lot of foundation all over, just make sure you blend it all the way into the edges to your hairline, as well as you're blending down to your neck as well. I noticed after blending that I needed more foundation coverage on my cheeks as well as around my mouth. So I took more of the Latte and I blotted it back on my face so I can then re-blend using my same brush that I used, the e.l.f. brush. So I'm now re-blending it, and notice that I did not do a lot of blending around my eyes because I plan to use a highlighter and do my under eye highlighting. So I'm going back through, still blending all the way into my neck as well as my hairline, and blending always going around my face and evening out my foundation. Now after using my e.l.f. brush, I'm now using a Morphe blending sponge to be able to blend through all of my makeup, take up any excess that I have, and it also cuts down on some of the shine that some of the foundation may also give me.
You can use a couple different concealers. Whatever your favorite concealer is that you want to use, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go back into using my Fawn. I'm going to do under my eyes. I've noticed that with using the Fawn, it works out really well, as well as with using NYX, it works out really well as well. So, matter of fact, I like using the NYX. So I'm going to come through with my NYX, go under my eyes, and then use a little bit of the Fawn to give a more of a brighter color.
Now I'm using the NYX HD Concealer in Nutmeg. I'm putting it up under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, as well as my forehead and my chin. This is going to highlight my face and make it brighter. And I'm also putting Pro Conceal and Fawn all over the same spots. At this point, you may want to dry it down because it will give you an even better coverage of it. I'm using any blender that you want to use to be able to blend it out, but make sure that you blend it all the way out and blend it into your foundation that you have on your skin. And my eyes I did last because I want that to have the most coverage out of everything on my face. So I'm taking my time and I'm blending through. I'm going to make sure I blend all the way into my foundation on my cheeks and on the side of my face.
For your setting, I'm using Sacha Buttercup, and I have the compact of it, and it comes in a little compact, and I'm going to put it on my puff and put it on my forehead, as well as I'm going to put it going down my nose. And all this is going to do is set everything in place. My chin, and make it look a little bit brighter. And my eyes.
When you're putting this on, make sure that you do not put too much because you'll have what they call a ghost effect whenever you take any pictures with flash, and that's called flashback. So make sure that you're putting this on with a light hand. The next thing that I'm getting ready for is my setting of all the places that I did not put the Sacha Buttercup, and I'm using Black Opal Deluxe setting powder in dark. So as you see, I'm putting it around my mouth. I'll start putting it on my forehead, as well as I put it on my cheeks, and I'm putting it on the lower part of my jaw to also give my contour a harder look. And so that's what you're able to do whenever you do that, is you put it below your contour and above your contour, so it will give you a more chiseled look. And I'm putting it up under my chin, so I'll make sure everything that has foundation on it has powder on top of it to set it.
And the contour that I'm going to use is from Black Radiance, and this is the medium to dark. I'm going to use the contour that they have, and I'm going to use a fluffy brush from Ulta, and I'm going to hit the contours of my face.
You want to either do a contour or you want to either bronze your face after you get finished putting on foundation and setting powder. The reason why is because it brings back dimension to your face. It makes it look like you have, instead of one color of your foundation, it looks like a regular face instead of it being one color foundation.
And for my nose, I'm going to take, it doesn't matter what type of brush you have, I'm going to use just a small end of my double-ended brush that I have from Eco Tools, and this is an unused end. And I'm going to go into that same contour, and I'm going to put a little bit down my nose, just to do a nose contour. It doesn't need to be very dramatic. And I'm not a big nose contour person. I don't do it often. I would do it for special occasions. That's about it. And so it'll just give you a more chiseled look for your nose. And then you will come through with that same little brush and blend it. You're not adding any extra product. You're just blending it through. And with a cleaner, fluffier brush, you'll come through and just clean it up some. Just so it doesn't look as harsh.
Before I got done with the rest of my face, I wanted to go along my lash line, and I used the dark olive color in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just smudging along my bottom lash line, and I'm also going to line my waterline, and I'm using the Infallible by L'Oreal in black, and so I'm just outlining the waterline. And I'm also going to put mascara along my bottom lashes because I didn't do that when I first did my eyes. And doing this helps make your eyes look brighter, as well as it finishes up your look, and having a little color along the bottom of your waterline makes it look just pop a little bit more than what it typically would. After finishing my eyes, I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette in dark. I'm sweeping it along my cheeks, and this color is the darkest berry color that they have in the 4-pack. This is one of the most versatile blush packs that I've ever used. It also has a mirror with it, so it's very good for if you're going to work or if you're traveling. And I do it along the apples of my cheeks and bring it along closer to my hairline because I have very, very high cheekbones. And next, I'm going to come in using lip amplification from Makeup Revolution. This color is Maximum Joy. You do not necessarily have to put on a lip liner with it, but if you know that your lips do bleed, or if you have feathering going on, you may want to put on a lip liner with it. With this one, it does not dry hard matte. It dries as a soft matte, so it does have some transference. So you could put any lip color that you want with this. You could do a pink, you could do a really dark wine, so it's up to you whichever color you want to use. But this color is from Makeup Revolution, and it is Maximum Joy. I'm now using a stippling brush for my highlight, and the highlight that I'm using is from Makeup Revolution, and it is Golden Lights. I'm using the stippling brush along the apples of my cheeks, as well as I'm going to do my nose a little bit, and you can do your forehead as well. You're going to do all spots that the light is going to reflect off of your face.
Just a little bit. And now I'm going to do setting spray. This is going to be the part that's going to make it or break it for whatever you wear. You want to make sure that you put on a setting spray that will hold your makeup in place. The kind that I have right now is Wet n Wild Natural Finish. You can also use Hard Candy. That is a very good drugstore setting spray. So I'm going to spray my face, and then I'm going to come through with the second setting spray that is worth the buy. You fan to dry. And this sets your foundation, it sets your eyeshadow, it makes sure everything doesn't go anywhere, and it doesn't move. And do not touch anything on your face, just let it dry. And now, the one that is worth the buy. Ben Nye makes setting spray called Final Seal. Final Seal is one that you need to go to whenever it's a very serious event. You want to make sure that you're able to weather the elements, hot weather, very humid. Your makeup will not go anywhere. It is done. It is finished. It will not smudge, move, anything. This is what you use for special events. Do not use this every day because your skin will not react to it. On a daily use, you won't like it. It will make you feel a little bit mummified. So I'm going to take this, spray it all over my face. And you will fan again. and your makeup will not move for the rest of the night. It is there. And if you want to, you can put a little extra inside of your bag to make sure that you have a little extra just in case you want to do a little quick spray. After everything is dried, you're good to go. Now you just need to put on jewelry, and then you take pictures, girl, because you look good. All right, you get to see the after.
Hey, and since you're still here, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my new videos as well as get notifications of when I release them. And always remember, there's always a little time for beauty. Bye.